brake cable and there's shifter cable. This is shifter cable.
I think I remember her. Yeah. Did you come too? Yes. Okay.
I don't think it's really changed that much. I think it's just been struggling since I got here, whether it's fighting the city or getting enough volunteers or, you know, fighting gentrification or things like that.
They'll even help you build your own bike here. And they'll help you put it together and find the pieces and parts to put it together and get you on your way.
You know, they've got everything you need to do to a bicycle here.
Once someone learns something, they can hold on to it and pass it on to someone else. We don't want to stay here and hoard our resources and hoard our knowledge and tools. Like, we want it to be a space where people say, well, I learned this thing at Derailer, and then I'll teach it to you, and then you'll teach it to them, and then, you know, it passes on.
Instead of hating that our culture is wasteful and something we do, take things that otherwise would be wasted and put them to use.
And they just help everybody. You know, I'm homeless. This is a really cool, not only just the bike, but the philosophy behind give and take and give back and stuff. So it's just awesome to be here, and I love it.
You don't even have to ride a bike to be inspired by Derailer.
It also just exploded out of nowhere. Like, we're running out of garage, and then we find a space, and bam, we're legit. Like, we're actually doing this for real.
And one tool that developers use within the process of gentrification to force out the long-term inhabitants of the neighborhood is zoning. And that's a lot of the reason why we ever got our zoning ticket, is because they want to like make the neighborhood look more presentable to like middle-class white people who are coming from the suburbs and want to see just lawns and not a bunch of people spilling out into the alley all over the place and a bunch of rusty old bikes everywhere.
People are spending hours and hours every day to try to keep it running, and there are these people that had no investment, no connection, and could tell us whether we could keep it running or not with like the wave of a hand.
And I heard about derailers by word of mouth from a friend, and they've been very helpful. They give me a bicycle.
And now I notice so many people out in town riding bikes everywhere, and I think, some of those could be Derailer bikes.
I really got my bike about 3 months ago. And this spot been pretty good to me.
It's much more than a bike shop, and that's hard to explain to somebody who's never heard of it or been there before. It's also really important for people. Some people like really need it to like get jobs or keep their job or go to school or keep going to school, all that stuff. So.
Oh, the city's kicking you out?
Well, the city still won't let us be there, be in the shop.
So you're making your own thing?
So we're going to a warehouse. It's huge.
I mean, where I see Derailer going is that the people who use the shop do feel ownership over it and run it.
Like, the shop was started by and is mostly supported by and is mostly run by women.
I was coming through this to go to the store, and that's when I seen them open the garage and I seen all this stuff.
There's so many programs, like, I'd like for us to be able to teach classes in high schools and like for kids to be able to like do internships in the bike shop.
Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do in terms of turning a big empty rectangle into a bike shop.
Something that was hardly even an idea. It was just sort of like an interesting project to something that served a purpose. I know that Derailer is what it is today because of the people that come here, not necessarily because of our ingenious, brilliant ideas. We have responded continually to the needs that we see, or the amount of people that we have, or the amount of mechanics that we have to know. Everything that we've had to do and have had to learn and have had to like grow on has been a direct reaction to what the people in this community have